Father says, keep coming back to me. Keep returning to me. Because he's the reminder where there is no division, where there is no duality, completely conceptless. So keep returning to Baba. Also means keep shining light on oneself beyond all the divisions. Otherwise, when the attention is immersed in the contents of experience, then one appears to be sometimes this and appears to be sometimes that. Based on the story in the mind. So being with Baba needs to be really seen clearly, is to know oneself beyond any division. Beyond all appearances. Just being that silent presence. Who's that constant, changeless observer. Anything that you're aware of that you can see or feel, as body-mind, is not you. So by bringing attention again and again back on Baba, is like seeing one's own conceptless truth. And this really dissolves the conditioning of the mind. It is like returning the mind, returning the person back into the source where it came from, and that is the real me, the real I. Make this one thing your life's devotion. Being who you are. Mind wants a variety, wants to constantly be entertained. Loves being a constant seeker of truth. Loves being hardworking. That's the very nature of the mind. But one who's truly in love with God, in love with the self, is in love with this one truth, simple truth. Of self and the Father combined. This one single focus helps dissolve the addictions of the mind, constantly looking for variety. Even to make a scientific discovery, a scientist hones on to just one thing and dedicates his life to that one discovery or invention, not scattered all over the place. So make yourself and Baba to be the absolute dedication. Dedication to truth. Isn't that a purpose worth living? Living one's truth. Sometimes one can trip and fall, and yet truth remains the same. Let all the resistance come from the ego mind. So what? What's the big deal? One thing which may not be seen or may be heard sometimes but not paid attention to, that keeps the soul with his undivided attention on Baba and the self, is a sense of boredom. Because it takes many variety forms and justifies itself in many ways. Understand and know that you can even see this boredom, and that which you can see cannot be you. So don't fall for minds looking for some euphoric experience or for some exceptional experiences. Because the ultimate consequence of it is disheartenment on the other side. Which is why being the absolute which is free from happiness and sorrow. There's no opposite to your happiness, which is absolute happiness. There's no opposite of peace, which is you, the absolute peace. There's no opposite of your love, no opposite of your power. You are not in the roller coaster ride. You are the observer of the roller coaster ride. Because mind loves to say, oh, life is a roller coaster ride. For who is it roller coaster? for the illusory sense of self. Being is still. And mind dreads stillness. Being is silent. Mind dreads silence. Because it's the death of the ego. And boredom is the sense of that self in the mind, which is a very incognito veil. Be aware, be attentive. As Baba says, attention, please. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Didi. Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Today the Murli was sent by Baba's instrument. So we'll take that. It's 12-1-84. Yeah. And we'll see that what Baba is saying in this Murli is 12-1-84. So today, the Father who lives beyond sound has come into the world of sound in order to take all the souls into the stage beyond sound, because there is the experience of deep happiness and peace in the stage beyond sound. It's the death knell for ego. Are you okay with that? It does not like silence, and it does not like beyond sound. Yeah, which is why the being is constantly so absorbed with its attention, focused in this, so absorbed, because it's a stimulant, it's a drug here. So the attention is so absorbed in that. Yeah. The only way is, addicted. The only way is keep bringing you, the being, keep bringing attention back to Baba. And as was mentioned, boredom will really keep you from bringing attention back to Baba. So that is why, unless the soul, as Baba said in the Murli today, is experiencing relationships with Baba, that sense of entertainment is not coming from Baba. Make it a living experience with Baba. Yeah? An entertaining experience. That is why conversations with Baba will help you stay away from the addiction to the mind. Yeah? So by being stable in the elevated stage of being beyond sound, you, the soul, experience yourself to be equal to the Father in your perfect stage. So being beyond sound, why is it that beyond sound you feel equal to the Father? Because there's no thought that you're identifying with, which is making you feel less, or which is making you feel you still need to be. So beyond sound means in silence, there is no thought and no story packed with it. So then your state is absolutely equal to Baba. Do you see how easy it is? All you have to be is just be beyond thoughts and you're equal to God. In 2 lines, the whole essence of the entire knowledge. And why is it that so difficult? Why does it feel so difficult? It's amazing, isn't it? Why is it so?
Because ego doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
The person identity wants to stay alive. Doesn't like that.
Yeah. Thoughts pull so much. Yeah. Can they have a pull of their own?
Only we give attention.
Yeah. They have no life to pull you. So who's giving it life to pull you? You are giving it life to pull you. This whole thing is quite funny and amazing how it works. We give life to them, and then we say, no, 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 I don't want you to pull me. But I'm giving life to you to pull me. So that's what Baba is saying. Which is why, this one word, absolute, is so powerful for this one. No matter what it says, I'm absolute. No matter how much division.
Sometimes we say that mind is chattering, mind is saying. So actually, we are only giving power. That is why mind is saying, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, right.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Because that is what keeps the person alive. Yeah. Otherwise, it's really not even a game of more than a second. If you truly awaken, it's just gone. It's just gone. So which is why Baba is saying that you experience yourself to be equal to the Father in your perfect stage. People of today try many different things to attain the true peace of being beyond sound child. They continue to adopt very many different methods. Very many different methods. However, all of you are embodiments of peace. Children, you are the oceans of peace. Children, you are the oceans of peace. Master oceans of peace. And as we said, does this peace have opposite? Oh, sorry. I need to admit. Yeah. So, does this peace have opposites? This is another way to know whether I am separate from the mind or it's mind's peace. Another way to know. Because that peace which soul is experiencing with Baba and his company, that peace has no opposite. This sometimes peaceful, sometimes peaceless. There's an opposite. But the beauty is you are absolute beyond the opposite. Yeah? So keep coming back to this. And in you, the absolute truth, all this game of opposites is taking place. Have you heard this expression, life is a roller coaster? Yeah. Who's saying that expression?
Ego mind.
Yeah. And when it says that life is a roller coaster, it feels so proud. That, wow, what an expression. Life is a roller coaster.
So, sister, then our answer should be good. Let it be a roller coaster. We'll see all experience.
Yeah.
We'll watch.
Exactly. The
Let
being,
mind, yeah. Let mind say that.
yeah. Let mind say whatever it wants to say. For you, the being, there is no such thing as roller coaster. Yeah, you're an observer of it, yes. You are. Hindi mein meaning?
Kabhi kushi, kabhi gum.
है ना? कभी ऊपर कभी रोलर कोस्टर को क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में? रोलर कोस्टर ना? वही बोलते हैं. You know, in a theme park, when you, आप जब theme park में
Yeah,
जाते
it's amusement park. वो
Amusement
बॉम्बे में है ना,
park.
those who are from India. हाँ, in Mumbai,
तो उसमें जब आप
roller
रोलर
coaster.
में जाते हैं ना, तो वो ऊपर नीचे जाती ना, जो राइड्स ऐसे ऐसे जाती हैं, उसको रोलर कोस्टर बोलते हैं. तो जीवन रोलर कोस्टर नहीं है. आत्मा ऑब्जर्वर है उस जीवन के रोलर कोस्टर की, है ना? तो इसलिए बाबा तो हमें बोल रहे हैं, बच्ची, you are embodiments of peace, children of the ocean of peace. You are the master oceans of peace. You stabilize in your stage of being an embodiment of peace in a second. You are experienced in this way. Yeah. So sudden changes are happening all the time. We, the beings, are living in the sea of change. And with the sea of change within us, with the extreme changes, very good. Sudden extreme changes within us and outside of us. We live in the sea of change. But we are changeless beings. When that becomes very clear, then you're not afraid of change. You're not trying to control the change. You're not trying to stop the change. And what is change? The body's health will constantly change. Somebody's body will die, or somebody's body will be born. Somebody's temperament will be something else than the other. Suddenly there could be a bomb falling on your house, wherever you're living. It could be any change. It could be anything. But that's the very nature of the life of matter and mind. Is there a problem with the one who's changeless? Suddenly somebody will come and just say 10 different beautiful words to you. I mean, they can be beautiful or ugly. It doesn't matter. You were never, your part, this thought was never expecting somebody will come and say something so nice or not so nice. Change. For the being that is absolute, it's not a problem. My mind can suddenly create a storm from nowhere. Change, not a problem. So Baba is saying that, do you practice coming into sound in a second and then going beyond sound and stabilize in your original religion beyond sound in a second? What does that mean? So it's like you're speaking and you're listening or you're acting. Some souls say that it's very much the sense of feeling of a person is so closely entrenched that even though I know I'm changeless, but that feeling of being a person is so close to me that I can't separate myself from it. Sometimes this question comes. What do you tell them? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Still you are outside. Uh-huh. Yes. What else? Mind wants you trapped. This is the only time we have a choice to step out. Yes. Very good. What else? Nothing changed. Nothing changed. You're still the same. It's just a concept. That feeling is also just a concept. Yeah? It may be feeling that there's a sense of person attached to every activity you are doing. Like even focusing, I am focusing, I who the person. Or I am all scattered everywhere. I who the person is scattered. Yeah? So I can see all of that is visible to the one who is beyond it, beyond the sound. The one who's beyond sound, everything is visible to him. He can't be what he observes. Who's aware of this feeling also? That this feeling is so sticking to me. Who's aware of it? You can see it, no? That's why you're speaking about it. So if you're speaking about it, you can see it. How can that be you? That
Didi, then why Baba is saying, what does it mean that in 1 second you are beyond that? That understandable, but in 1 second come to sound, that is not clear. What does he want to say?
Come to sound means you can still come into action. You can still come into words. You can still play your part. Come into sound means, right?
But by being a detached observer.
By being detached from that activity of sound, from that activity of the movement of the body, understand and know all of that is possible because of you. Yeah, so being a karma yogi. So one thing that really helps here is that again and again, this one with Baba is like, as one is speaking or one in the class, it can be sometimes you are just speaking and you kind of just speaking, right? So as soon as the class is over, this one just sees all that activity finished, gone. It's all a dream. Nothing existed, nothing was done, and nothing happened. Nothing changed. And I can see how Baba is seeing that there is no doer. Because the doer exists only in the past moment who thinks I performed an action. But I, the being, with Baba, I can see there was no action performed because all that was action may be performed through the body, but the one who thinks I performed was just a part of the dream. Yeah. So it really helps to just kind of, as soon as class, computer down, finished, gone, I don't know what happened, finished, forgotten. Forgotten. I don't know what happened. Who did what? Who said what? I don't know. Finished. Dream. Because one who thinks I did something is not real. Drama made the body move according to the script and it got performed. Fine, finished. Who performed doesn't exist. So even where this one doesn't have to speak much, it's very easy to do. Yeah, just to be. But when one has to speak, there's a lot of attention that is needed from the self. Yeah. So one has to keep seeing with Baba. Action, speaking, seeing, knowing, in just few words, just speaking with Baba, not in the back of the head, but it's just the soul seeing it.
So this one had to have a one-on-one meeting with the CIO yesterday, and they said, okay, not going to prepare anything. Let's see whatever comes. So there was not much preparation. And then he kept asking, what is it you want me to help you with? How can I help you? So he kept saying, and the person kept wanting to say, okay, talk about your promotion, talk about doing this, talk about org change, but could not speak much. It just said one sentence and few other things. I'm ready to serve at a higher level. And that was it. He said, oh, this, that, this, that. So it could see the inner battle of the person mind, how it wanted to, the mind was jumping to say, hey, this is your opportunity, speak things, this is your time one-on-one, put all the things out there. but, but it seemed like, and it was like just giving Drishti, and took the blessing card from the harmonies and gave it to him. And he was very, very touched reading the blessing card. And the more focus was, Baba, touch your child, look at your child who's sitting there. And he kept telling his story, his story. The agenda of the meeting changed because the more it was like Baba seeing the child, he kept telling his personal stories more than my story, what I wanted. And you're right, when Baba is sitting, there's not much that could be spoken. Whatever had to be spoken had said, but the attention was more there and less on that mind. what the mind was saying, the soul was attentive to what it was saying in the mind, but it was the person's voice was not thrown out as words. It was very brief and precise and to the point, and seemed like the message was put across in a concise manner.
Yeah. And that's what everything will change. The whole agenda changes. Everything changes with Baba. That which really, it's not I, the Rini person or spiritual person, that needs to give something to someone. It is what Baba wants to give to the other one.
Yeah, and he extended his 30 minutes meeting to an hour, 7 minutes, and went on in his own agenda, which was perfect as per drama.
As per drama. So more and more letting go of this identity to be the driver of your action, allowing Baba to be the driver of the action.
That means that they always consciousness that Baba is using this instrument as instrument.
Baba is using body, Baba is using the mind, and keeping oneself empty. Yeah, when you're full of person, he can't fill you. Yeah, but when you're empty of person, then Baba can fill you with what he wants.
This is a beautiful system. Empty of person.
Yeah. 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 And that is what really is the whole thing about what it's just living life with God at this time. Performing every karma with God. Yeah. Even here, the purpose for me, the being, what should be the purpose, even as we are sitting? Performing this action with God is that my main focus? Or just being action conscious? Yeah. Okay, just reading Murli and then, okay, said a few nice things and then leave. Is that my focus? Or is that my focus? Am I experiencing Baba? Am I experiencing him using me? Every moment experiencing with him. And then in that, action will be done. In that surrender, words will be spoken. But is it really experiencing that fact that I, this person, that feels I, this person, and that feels I think, I do, I feel, is that person totally surrendered to Baba? So now Baba can really give what he wants to give. Then that is the focus in every scene. The word boredom will be scratched out of your dictionary. If boredom is there in your dictionary, of your mind also, understand you're not entering every scene of life with Baba. Yeah. You want to taste.
Sister, why we give so much power to now that concept is getting clear, that we only give power to the mind to think that way, and then we later on keeps on saying that okay, mind is chattering. So why we are so much interested in giving power to the good scenes and not to the not so positive scenes? Not positive. That's a wrong word I'm using, but we perceive some of the scenes as very much beautiful, and then we want to own it. And so-called the ugly scenes, or not very soothing to this mind, we don't accept it for long. Why so much of clinging to those good scenes?
The one who's
Why we give power to the mind?
Yeah, just the one who's clinging, the one who's giving importance is all just simply a thought.
Oh,
It's
right.
also simply a thought here. But the being is observing even that one that wants to give importance to good, whatever it feels it's good, and doesn't want to give importance to that's not so good, that feels it's not good. It's all just mind doing its own thing. It's just mind living the life right now. Mind is ruling the world right now. Yeah.
Right. Right.
But the being that I am, when I shine my light on Baba, I know I am combined with him, then I will come from that space that every single feeling that is not in alignment with your truth will be seen even as you are performing action. Most intense action you may be performing. But you will experience the other lower feelings separate from you, and you will see how they don't have the power to mix in with your pure feelings as you're performing actions. Yeah.
Not in alignment of truth.
Yeah.
Those scenes which are not in alignment of truth, is it those negative thoughts or negative scenes you are talking about?
Scenes are not negative. Scenes are neutral. Scenes are anyways outside. But whatever
I'm talking about inner drama.
reaction in the mind, yeah. Whatever is the reaction or the response, may be positive or negative, in the mind, either being which is absolute beyond that positive and negative in the mind, I'm uninfluenced by all of that. I'm just in my truth, which never changes. From there, I can see that positive clinging to something great, which mind feels it's great outside, or some good feelings that it's experiencing because of whatever is happening outside, or something negative that it wants to shun, which it deems as though it's negative outside. But whatever its reactions or responses may be, being is totally separate and aware from it. His attention, being with Baba, he can be attentive to the mind and to the external world, both at the same time. Just by being who he is with Baba. Literally, Baba and I, put Baba there. Everywhere, just see Baba and you. So much so that your own separate identities kind of course, you're two souls, you cannot be one, but it's just that that sense of identity is not there. It's like Baba is focused on you rather than you focused on Baba. Baba is focused on you. And then in that, you will find that you'll be able to see things multidimensionally. In action, using the body, and you are seeing mind, you're seeing actions, you're in action, you're speaking, and you can see what is happening here. Yeah. That degree of awareness comes with Baba. 3 dimensions.
And Didi, you were telling when you were speaking, and as a listener, what should be my as a listener?
As a listener. As a listener, you are also just sitting with Baba and listening. As a being who's sitting with Baba and listening and taking what Baba wants you to take for your spiritual nourishment. What he wants you, the being, to take. So you're kind of sitting with him. Yeah. And at least this one knows when on the listening side, this one just sits with Baba and allow the ears to be used by him, in the sense that the physical body and its physical ears are not mine. Whatever you want me to hear, I hear. And it's just like together we are. And whatever he wants me to absorb, I, the being, absorb. So pay attention. Just, you're in this scene also just to be with him, whilst being with everyone. Yeah, but you're here to be with him. This is the beautiful rehearsal ground. That how can I be just with one whilst being with everyone? Yeah. Seeing Baba, as Baba is seeing all these angelic beings, but I can see other subtle feelings that can be present. Yeah, very, very subtle. This one can see sometimes very, very subtle feeling of discontentment. It could be somebody's expression. It could be somebody's part. And you, the being, can see this in the mind, that subtle discontentment pop coming up. And I, the being, can stay with Baba and see it. As you're speaking, you're seeing. And as you're seeing, you can see 2-3 layers at the same time of that mind. Yeah. Why there's discontentment? Because there was certain expectation of this identity there. Yeah. So you're living multidimensionally like that. This is being multidimensional.
So sister, it becomes like this one had created a document at work, and apparently shared with 1 or 2 senior managers, but it's like all over the place now. And but then the others started asking, can you share the original with us? Because they wanted to copy and tweak it for their, and you could see that the person, the mind was creating all that upheaval, that all those days of work that I'm doing, they just want to copy, paste, and do the things like in an hour. And Neeru didn't write any name or any watermarks or anything. And everybody's asking, who put this document? We love it. Who is doing? And the person saying, me, but there was no, and it was like jumping. And then one person said, you are one of those people who will never even take a credit for the work, and is silent, sitting there. And then later put in the name there, but it was feeling that attachment to the document. Why to make other person's life easy? And, let them do some hard work. So you could see that the mind was really, having its own judgment, so much judgment to whatever it was. But then willingly just shared it. I said, go and do whatever you need to do, because it was like wanted to be cooperative to them. If I have done the hard work, it was in my part to do that work, and it can help others, go from there. Exactly. But it was crazy in the mind. No, don't give 3 days of the work, and they are taking the credit. No watermarks here. All the senior management using in their meetings and discussions, and they're not even involving you. It's all your mind. And I'm like, not even my mind. Baba used it to do something for his children. So I'm like telling, no, this is fine. But first, Neeru wanted to take the name and the identity and whatever.
Yeah.
It's fun to see the parallel games that goes on.
And this is where it is also a chance for being the absolute that you are, and which is what you did. But this is our chance to be that one who sits in God's heart. So for this one, the carrot is what do I am really feeling Baba even more for me. So then that becomes easy. Does that make sense?
Like sister, if somebody asks you to give you all your PowerPoints to them,
Mhm.
and they
Yeah,
just
this
go
has
from.
happened. This has already happened. And there was inner thing internally, right? Internally, the mind is like, but I had put so much effort in it. I put so much work in it. Yeah, the mind feels that. But
Sister, the one which you have made, your presentation, they are extraordinary. Whether
no, but
anybody has
it's
asked you to
not
give
mine,
the
right?
presentation.
So it is more like, they said that, so they called up and then they said that, can you put our course on your group? And is it okay if I were to take certain aspects of your presentations and whatever is Baba is speaking through you or whatever? And for 1 minute, it was there. Why are you asking me to post it on my group? Not my group. Word Baba, mind is using is Baba's group. The word mind is using is Baba's group. Do you see how that happens? And then the being is who's absolute is watching it. Absolutely watching. And I can see that with Baba, and the beautiful thing is I could see with Baba is, Baba, show me where is this I and mine here? This soul is giving me such a beautiful opportunity. So can you show me where is this I and mine? I'm willing to see, because for me, the being on the service field, the reason is to die. There's no other reason for me to be here. And every soul that is giving me an opportunity to die is my blessing. Yeah. So from that absolute state, these are the feelings that the soul has. What is the purpose of life? To die. Every moment to die. So I could be with Baba and I could see, and in that 1 minute, I could see that feeling of I and mine literally just came as a blessing. Yeah. It came as a blessing, and immediately, without wasting and sparing another word or thought, it was immediately posted on the group. It is Baba's group, it is Baba's children, and Baba's children should have all the options possible. That was the immediate internal effect of being the absolute with Baba. It's not my anything. This is no person. There's no me and mine in it. And it has to be what Baba would want. And I feel, and I can tell you that the action of the absolute truth is absolutely freeing. And I can say they are only blessings for me. Those.
Freeing means freeing.
Sorry?
Freeing, you use the word freeing means is absolutely freeing.
Yeah, it was
FREEING.
freeing for me, the being.
Yeah,
Okay,
double
got it.
EING.
Yeah, FREEING.
FREEING. Okay, right.
Yeah. It was absolutely freeing. Because Baba said, no, I want you to be open for me. Yeah. There's no such thing as I, mine here. What is best for the souls should be done. And you forget everything else. And you just be my instrument. You are not even an instrument. You are nobody. You're not even an instrument. You are nobody. So you just, and there is, I can only tell you, there is immense sense of flying. There's an immense sense of gratitude for other beings who gave you this opportunity. Yeah. So one can only say, I only feel only and only gratitude and filled my life filled with blessings. That is all one can say. Because there's such freedom to not have this is mine and this is I and this is, why should I post their stuff and why should I post not this stuff? None of that comes after that. Everyone should have all the options and see what works for everyone. And And this is how Baba wants us to live now. Why are we here? To die. That's it. So simple. And others are helping you to die. So they are your well-wishers.
Just like in this side where this one works, it's like there's so much holding back of the knowledge and information, and like so much like the personal property for everything that they do.
Yeah.
And so the idea of even sharing everything is, like you're just killing them. If you so here for, it was like, it was kind of, it took a bit, a few minutes, 2-3 minutes, not 1 minute, like 2-3 minutes. It was like asking if they know that Niru doesn't say no. And because it really can't even make excuses, the lie, and none of that stuff works. And I'm like, okay. And like, I can never say no. And it just comes out. And I'm like, but inside there was all that happening. Nobody shares, nobody comments, nobody does this, that. And here, all your hard work, you're just giving it away for people to take the credit and in no time make it theirs.
Yeah. And that is all okay. And this must happen. This should happen. This will happen. This is happening in service field also. And that is nothing wrong with it. It's actually the right way to go. It has to be one language, one king, one Rajya, one language, one bhasha, one everything, no?
And when this one said, I'll share, I said, because I want the consistency in what we are giving so that your group, my group, we look consistently the same.
Yeah.
So that was the reasoning, gave it to that person. I said, yeah, go ahead, do it so that we are consistent in what we are sharing externally.
It's not about my name, your name. Mind can say, it will give its own ideas. In fact, others also gave this one an idea. Why are you putting? I said, because it's not mine. That's why we are putting. Why are we putting? Because it's nothing mine here. They want Baba's service should be done. Most important is that. Nothing else matters. So really most important aspect is I and Baba are one, and World Mother feeling is very helpful here.
Yeah.
Baba has chosen souls as world mothers. Does the mother ever want its name to outshine its child's name? Or want the child's name to outshine?
Yeah, very true.
So this one just Baba shows, Baba tells you, right? Baba is like I am the mother, you are also a mother, a world mother. Not in a condescending manner, but in a very, very real manner like Baba is to you. You are to other beings.
It was funny because the mind was saying, like, Baba doesn't do things for us. He makes us do it. Right? Because he's the current Graham. He makes us do it. Even water, we cannot get it. We have to get up to get it. Why can't he do it and get it? So Maya
but are
was
you getting up and getting water? Or is he making you get up and getting water? There is a difference.
No, so when we say Baba is the current Karavan heart, the work is already done. He's using us to give us the credit of we did it, but actually it's already
That
done.
we does not exist. That we is an illusion. Right. So when you are with Baba, you can be out of that illusion and still use the body. And Baba and you are then performing the action together.
Right. So that's what the Maya was using the knowledge to say, oh, it doesn't happen. Let him do the work. Let him get his own thing, So it is funny to see how Maya can use knowledge too.
Yeah. And others will even come and tell you others are not doing it. Why are you doing it? They will come and tell you that also.
Yeah, they were saying your boss is supposed to do it.
Because
Why you didn't?
my purpose in this life is to die. Yeah, that is why I am doing it. And I am not doing
I
it.
cannot say that to anyone. Internally, I think it is beautiful to have that, to kill that person identity. Yeah.
We're not even killing. It's just that I'm not that.
Diminishing that, yeah.
I'm just being who I am, basically. I'm not killing anything, but I'm being who I am. There's a difference in the two, huh? One is to kill the person. To die means that I'm not that, but I'm being who I am. That is all. Just to be who I am is what my purpose of life is. Yeah. And that is the real purpose, to be who I am. My true nature, like my Baba's nature, is me. What Baba will feel, see, think, do, I feel, see, think, do. Not just in words, in actions also. In actions also. And you will find a sense of angelic freedom which no knowledge can give you unless it's put into action. No knowledge can give it to you, because knowledge can just be an information in your mind otherwise. So use every opportunity it comes to you to put it into action. And what one has found is eventually what you're beginning to feel, nothing is mine. Then Baba also is really helping you experience that fact. Nothing is yours, child. You have done and created nothing. You're nobody. You're no one. And in that is your freedom from bondage. Who is giving you anything? Now, it's not just words I'm speaking. Actually, you're feeling in your actions also. It's coming in a natural way in your actions. Because so many souls ask, why don't you advertise? Why don't you talk about it? I did not even want to record the sessions. Everything has been literally forced on me. So I know then it's Baba doing it. Does that make sense? Everything I've been forced, literally, against Rini's wish. So it's simple example, like when the class started and when people asked for recordings, I'm like, sorry, we don't record. We just don't record. But then Madhuban rules came, and the rule sister said, no, those who do not have permission will not be allowed to come. So then sister said, why don't you record, so that those who don't have permission, they will have. So then I was forced to record the sessions. Literally forced to record the sessions. Then, okay, the recording was done. Then somebody said, why don't you put it on a YouTube? And I said, no, I don't want to advertise. If it only comes from Baba, then it will happen on its own against my wish. I will not make ever anything as per an advertisement. Then the beginner's course came, but then the numbers were such that we could not accommodate everybody on Zoom. So then we had to get a YouTube channel to be able to accommodate everybody, forced, literally. Forced. So then got the YouTube channel, but then the recommendation, why don't you post it? I said, no, I'm not going to post. So literally at every step, it was no. But then there were demands coming a lot that we could not do individually, everyone. So then we were forced to put it on YouTube.
Because sister, it was yes from Baba. It was no from Rini. It was yes from Baba. So it happened.
So now I know it's nothing me doing. I'm not advertising anything. It is all going to be his task, his job. He's taking care, he's doing. If somebody doesn't like it, they don't like Baba. And if somebody likes it, they like Baba. So you begin to come to know you have done nothing. Everything has been done by him. You have done nothing whatsoever. So let Baba take care. If he wants it, it's his task, it's his words, it's his job, it's his thing. He does it. It's his thing. I'm not part of it. I'm very happy being just a point of light. That's it with him. Yeah? Very happy being a point of light. So it becomes very clear Baba is doing it. Then I don't even have to make an effort. Oh, Baba is Karan Karavan. Baba is doing it. Baba is doing it. No, there is no effort. Why? Because I didn't do anything. Really, I didn't do anything. This I doesn't exist. It's fictional. Everything was forced upon me. It's fictional. So Baba is saying that you are the masters of physical senses. Are you not? Your experience is in this way. Are you not? You are masters of physical senses. Are you not? You can come and perform action whenever you want and then stabilize yourself in the karmatit stage of being beyond action whenever you want. Now, Baba is saying be karmatit whenever you want. How are you being karmatit? How are you being karmatit? Baba is saying be karmatit whenever you want. Come into action whenever you want. Everything is easy. Being karmatit means the person identity is not the performer and the doer of the action. I, the soul, am using the body. But Baba and I together using the body without ego identity in between. So when there's no ego identity in between, then you're karmatit. This is karmatit. It's really that simple. So the experience that you shared is being karmatit. Do you recognize it? Where you're going against the mind's wish and desire to get name and all the hard work and the days of work that was put, and then it was just given away despite mind's opposite desire. It's being karmatit.
Then, sister, why we say that karma this stage, we are not every time 100%. If we become 100%, then we will not live in this body.
When Maya
Whereas
was,
other time we are saying that karma is so easy that when
yeah,
we are not clinging to the thought, we
yeah,
are not attached to any of the karma, results of the karma.
yeah. So what is happening is when you, the being, is really experiencing your karmatit stage, means the one who's beyond any story and any change. That is me. But in my mind, there's constantly different forms of Maya still coming up. Yeah. And this still at times feels personal, right? But because I, the being, am detached from it and not succumbing to its entreaties, its request, a polite request that a mind makes, yeah? You're not succumbing to it. You're not falling for it. Then what is happening is eventually Maya mind is becoming quieter and quieter. But in front of who? In front of the one who knows his karmatit state is now. Only that one. Because the person has also come from within that karmatit soul only. Yeah. So only by knowing who you are in your silence, that absolute truth that you are, that duality of that person will merge back inside of you. When it's fully merged back inside of you, then you don't need the body. But you need to be in your absolute truth constantly. And be aware of the duality of your mind constantly. And the mind's duality is not you. Because when you become that, then it's like, I'm like this and I'm like that. I'm feeling this and I'm feeling that. Who is that one? A new ego identity is born in between. The ego identity is born in between. But you can observe that too. That is not you. So being in your absolute, you're beyond the influences of all the sanskars in your mind of duality. Only the absolute one can truly be really karmatit fully. Absolute means karmatit. So do you know your eternal state of being, that anadi soul, that eternal soul? That is beyond the good and bad of the mind, that is beyond the pleasant and unpleasant of the mind? Then you will see that if you don't identify with the pleasant and the unpleasant of the mind, it will not have the power and the force to pull you into action. It can't pull you into action. This is your power of being that absolute truth. And you, the being, can never feel bad. The one that is feeling bad is itself a judger that is born in your mind, that judges the mind's functioning. That's not you. The judger is not you.
That is also another aspect of the mind.
Another aspect of the mind. So there will be competitive thoughts can come in your mind. They can come, but they will have no power to pull you in. No power to pull you in. Because you know that you don't have any kind of judgment for those thoughts. You just know it's part of the day and night game that is within me, the soul. And if night was not there, Baba would not have come. Baba said that, no, today? So even this night is appreciated by me. I'm not against the night time. No, it's quite nice. It's okay to be there. It has its own purpose. It's okay. It has its own purpose. So you are living a life of complete non-violence towards your mind. Supremely non-violent. That is the nature of the absolute truth. So then you won't be ashamed to even share those experiences. That my mind did speak like that. So what? I'm even not even afraid to share because it's not me. Who's ashamed to share, or who will share overshare? Who either takes pride in talking about Maya, or who is judgmental of Maya. Both are the extreme opposites of identification with Maya. Look, I'm so great, I'm sharing about Maya. That's one aspect of Maya. Then there is another aspect of Maya. I don't want to share. What will they think? You are the one who's the instrument, and then you also have these feelings. So these are both the aspects of Maya.
Sister, it's 6:23 already.
You can leave if you would like to. That's okay.
Yes, sister, this one leaves not too far away. Just reminding you that you said you have to leave early. That's why.
Yes.
Reminding.
No, today I'm prepared to leave a little late. That's fine. Thank you. Does that make sense? Clear?
Mm-hmm. It was beautiful the way you reminded Sister, like for soul, like I was a world mother.
Yeah.
You know, it would never have that feeling of holding back.
Yeah. And you will want to share even more. Is there anything else you would want me to share? And that becomes the attitude. Is there anything else? You don't need this name. Is there anything else that Baba can help you with?
Yeah, that's really beautiful. But right, it was not like that.
That's okay.
Maybe
That
I
also
think that
will
this is the
come.
first time it happened
But
of
you,
just giving it away and
yeah,
could see the
that's
struggle in the war.
that's a big step. Don't underestimate it. That's a big step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just giving it away. Now the next step will be, I never gave anything because it was not mine to give. And you will feel so much love without any effort from Baba, from you to remember Baba. You will just feel you are with Baba. More selfless you are in your actions, more automatically you will feel combined with God.
Yeah.
It's literally like when somebody calls up and they ask for some advice or whatever. I always like to keep this thing with Baba. Baba is telling me they are helping you. They are helping you.
Not you are helping them.
You are not helping them. They are helping you. Yeah. And it really keeps you out of all the baggage from beginning to start to finish.
And more goes on introspection.
It does. Because am I introspecting in action 24/7? If I'm in action, can I be introspective whilst in action? So how would I be able to know that until somebody keeps me active? Huh? Until somebody keeps my body and mind active, how would I know that? So it is them helping me. I'm not helping. I'm who? Who am I to help anybody? Person also nowadays doesn't feel that. Yeah. I mean, the person in that sense has died. So now the feelings, no, they are helping. So before you pick up the phone, Baba, they're helping me come. Baba, they're helping me come. So you can help them now. True.
Sister, you mentioned about Maya. There are two ways that the mind feels pride while discussing that, okay, these ways the Mayas have come. And at the same time, the other thought comes that being in this Gyan also how we are discussing. That paradox, I could not get it. Can you just explain?
Two ways Maya comes. One is to show off. Look, I had so much Maya and how I overcame it, to boast about it. Does that make sense?
Yes, this is right. Correct.
Yeah, that is one way of sharing. Another way of sharing is I can see different forms of Maya. I'm not ashamed of sharing about it. I have no identity with it to either boast or be ashamed. I'm sharing it because it will help understand the point of Gyan in a much better way for everyone else. That is the purpose of sharing. Does that make sense?
In the first case, there was a ego. In second case, there wasn't any ego.
Yeah. No, in first and second, there was ego. In the third one, it's clean. Yeah, very clean and clear it is.
Right.
If it's not needed, I don't. If it's needed according to whatever the need of the time and the hour is, then it is shared.
Didi, which one was the first one?
First one is
Even I got
boasting.
two. You have mentioned boasting of, second at the neutral space, and third one.
Second, no. So first is boasting. Second is, it is like, I'm ashamed, so I won't share. What will they
Okay.
think? I'm Baba's instrument and I also get this Maya.
Right.
So
Yeah.
basically, it is one is positive, so-called positive, and so-called negative, and then absolute, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's positive in boasting, but yeah, you can say, you can tell in the tone if there is boasting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First one boasting, second one guilt.
Yeah,
why should I
second
share?
one is
Yeah.
shame.
Third one neutral.
Shame. Yeah,
Shame.
shame. First is boasting, and third is absolute, aware of both, but uninfluenced by both. Does that make sense?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yes, Didi.
Okay. So we don't get trapped in either. It looks like we will have to finish the Murli here, but it's a good state, where good point where to finish. You can come and perform action whenever you want, and then stabilize yourself in the karmatit stage of being beyond action whenever you want. So make sure that whenever we speak, whenever we share, is there any sense of subtle boasting or subtle proving or subtle whatever it may be? And the second is there a sense of shame, hiding, not wanting? And can you be aware of both as an absolute being? Is that one you? From that space, you're seeing both these states of mind, but uninfluenced by them, and coming into action from your absolute space. Does that make sense? Very. Okay. Somebody pouring coffee. I understand, that's nice. But if we could mute it, that would be great.
Yeah. Invitation for us.
Yeah, no coffee here for New York night time. They can enjoy their coffee.
I don't know how to mute everyone, so if you could please mute yourself. I don't know who it is. Okay, found it. Okay. So let's take a moment. And just know your absolute truth beyond any division in the mind. You're not a positive person. You're not a positive spiritual practitioner either, that is trying to get rid of the negativity. Even those two aspects of the practitioner is observed by the being that is absolute. Absolute means karmatit. The one who's karmatit, who's absolute, can truly be constantly happy because that's his nature. And no aspect of mind can overshadow this powerful truth of the being. He's not trying to get rid of anything. The absolute being is not trying to add any more peace to his truth by applying some gyan point. Or he's not afraid of losing peace because of some negative thought. But he's simply a silent observer of both the activities of the mind. This is being karmatit, inaction, and then again being beyond sound means you're not active, your body, mind is silent, and then again you're coming into action in that space of knowing you're beyond movement of the body and movement of the mind and the sound of the mind. But you can use the movements and the sounds to perform an action. Your truth is never changing. Untouched, uncontaminated you. Forever you. No action can steal that truth from you. Even if something comes into action, which is not in alignment with your truth, it still did not change your truth. So no identity even with that action. That's okay. You're changeless. Be who you are, and actions will also come in harmony with your truth. Be the karmatit soul that you are. Absolute truth. Beyond the divisions in the mind. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Angel.
Baba.
Thank
Om
you,
Shanti.
sister.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba.